Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, Derek Chauvin was the police officer that knelt on George Floyd's neck that sparked the whole Black Lives Matter protest. He was incarcerated and sentenced to 21 years. And I guess over the weekend he was assaulted and stabbed in prison and is in serious condition. So I want to look at the energy around his situation. Maybe a couple follow-up questions. Okay, entertainment purposes only. Just jump right into it. Okay, so Spirit, what's going on with Derek Chauvin and this stabbing in prison? Prison justice. Yeah, it's a revenge thing. This is prison justice. This may or may not be because of him killing George Floyd, but he's also a police officer in the prison system, so he's not going to be a popular person, and he's certainly not going to be a popular person amongst the black members in prison. I crossed with the 8 of coins. I'm trying to see if that's health or wealth. It's kind of the prison justice system at work. I hate to say it, but that's really what it is. Oh, yeah, and I guess the other thing underneath that one is this prison has had assaults before, I believe, and generally speaking, the prison system is underfunded and undermanned, so you can't protect the health of the prisoners well enough because there's not enough people working on it. And this could actually lead to improvements in the prison system because this is a really high-profile person in a high-profile case. George Chauvin might have been playing the fool in this one too. Or I don't know the details about it. There haven't been much details released other than he was stabbed and is in serious condition. But this guy may not have been making the wisest choices, which strikes me as odd, but okay, we'll see. In the past, the Page of Wands. Yeah, I know he was in solitary confinement for a while for his own protection, but they let him out. And I'm not saying he didn't try to fit in, but he hasn't figured out prison yet. And I don't know if he went out and act like he owned the place. That would seem a really foolish thing to do. He may not have enough friends. He may not have friends to protect him. So he's kind of wandering on his own. That might be what it is. He's got no friends to protect him. It would seem likely the only group that would protect him would be the white supremacists. And maybe he's not associating with them. Current situation is Knight of Swords. This was an opportunity. I think folks were looking for opportunities. Somebody got an opportunity and they went for it. Now here they are with their shank, and they had an opportunity and they took it. Overarching energy, Chauvin, I think he will pull through. Again, they said he was in serious condition. That doesn't mean it's not life-threatening, but he will pull through on this one. They did get to him in time. That's all I think I'm going to throw on that one. And he's lucky. He really got away with one there because I don't know. Again, I don't know the details, but that could have been it for him. And this won't be the only attempt that they're going to make on him. He got lucky this time. He better figure shit out real quick. Or else he's going from the Page of Wands to the Page of Pentacles. He had a Fool card underneath. He might try to move to a different prison for his health, and they might do that after he's been assaulted there. Somebody's going to end up moving. The person who tried to kill him is going to be moved to a different prison, or they'll move him to a different prison. But there's really nowhere where he can go where he's not going to be a marked man. He better be really careful with his health, because, again, this won't be the first time this will happen. The people will race forward with that and take that opportunity any chance they can get. And, in the end of the day, police officers in prison don't have a long shelf life. At least that's what I understand from a pop culture point of view. I don't have firsthand knowledge. Interesting story. I had a friend of mine from graduate school was on a long bus ride, and next to him was somebody who had just been released from prison. And my friend Shandy is a really intelligent guy, really curious. He's one of those Renaissance men, in that he has a lot of knowledge about a lot of subjects, and he has an intense curiosity. Perfect for a PhD student. Absolutely perfect. I talked with this guy for hours and was learning about prison culture. It's just fascinating stuff. And a lot of the stuff I know about prison is from Shan sharing that conversation with me. There's also a fellow on TikTok that heavily tattooed that has a lot of things to say about prison culture and things along those lines. Let's just say child molesters and rapists, they don't last in prison. That's like, that's like the cherry on top of the ice cream. Who gets that guy? It's yeah. That's why they can't let rapists and child molesters in the general population. They will be killed within hours. Okay. Yeah, and cops really aren't really high up on the list either. Will Derek Chauvin be moved? I hope I wasn't saying George Floyd earlier. Will Derek Chauvin be moved to a different prison? Little Phil Carter there. It's going to be a celebration. I think he probably will be. He'll get something he likes. Maybe they move... It's possible they can move him to a lower security prison. I don't know if you can do that, though. He murdered somebody. You don't get club fed for murdering somebody. Something happens, though, that works to his benefit. Yeah, he's going to be going to a different prison. Yeah, they're going to move him... they're going to go to a judge and say he needs to go to a different prison or something like that. His safety's not there. A judge's going to look on it and rule and say that he's right. So they'll move him to a different prison. It could be a lower security prison. They can make the argument that he's not a threat to folks. He's been a victim. Now, tell that to the Floyd family. But if they move him to another prison, we're going to get the same thing over again. And Page of Swords would be like the prison snitch, too. Yeah. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it now. They move him, but there's a prison snitch who knows what the new prison that he goes to, and he's going to get the same thing over at that new prison. Same thing's going to happen over again. No, different prison, same result type of thing. He may not survive this next one. Let's see. Let's ask that. Okay, wildly now. Entertainment purposes only. I'm really getting into the speculative nature. Well, if Derek Chauvin is moved to a different prison and is assaulted again, will he survive the second assault? Former officer Derek Chauvin is moved to a different prison, or even if he stays in the current one, will he survive the second assault? Yeah, entertainment purposes only. This is a dark subject, folks. I'm sorry. Oh, he's got to watch his back. He may be a little more careful watching his back on this one, because you just don't know who's coming next for you. Yeah, it's going to be revealed. He can't hide. He's too well known a person. He cannot hide. Judgment's coming. So again, here comes your shank, and it's just the person. If somebody assaults him, this person is just going to be just cold. Yeah, it's judgment. Left out in the cold. He's not going to get protected. They can't protect him in prisons because the prisons are too understaffed. They cannot protect him. It's a matter of time before he answers for it. Yeah, it's a matter of time. He's not. Long and short of it, he's not going to make. I will be really, really surprised if he ever makes parole or makes it out of prison by serving his full sentence. I think he's going to make it. He's going to be coming out of prison on a gurney with a toe tag on. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that's the reality of it. I'm not going to judge it one way or another. In some ways, it's just a reminder to folks of the consequences of your actions. I don't suspect Derek Chauvin woke up that morning deciding he was going to be a murderer. Just like George Floyd didn't wake up that morning and decide that, he should be choked out for allegedly passing a counterfeit $20 bill. It's an interesting spiritual crossing of paths. And I can't remember who I was watching channeling George Floyd's spirit. And they said when he got to the other side, he asked, did I do it? Did it work? Like he had set up his whole life for that moment to see if that could really kickstart people's compassion for the rights of marginalized people. And, as much as we might want to judge Derek Chauvin, for all we know in the spirit realm, he and George Floyd are best friends. And that Derek Chauvin chose to come in this moment on this lifetime to perpetrate that act upon George Floyd to kickstart fighting for people's rights, regardless of their ethnicity or their religious background, their gender, or whatever. And because of COVID, we all saw it. You can't ignore it. So, again, it's frustrating because you want to be all judgy and get in people's grill and just say you didn't need to do that. But we only see life through a little porthole. We don't see the big picture. And we might have our opinions on if there could be better ways to do things than the current way of doing things. And you could look at the whole political nature of this country over the last 15 years and see that from the absolute, pummeling of Barack Obama for his only sin of having more melanin in his skin than other people. And being as intelligent as George W. seemed like a nitwit. Well-spoken and articulate, and allowed people to, just foster all their racist hatred towards somebody who is now their president. And then when Trump comes in, you're allowed to express all that ugliness, and it feels good. And you're not only can you express it, but it's encouraged. And, during COVID, and we're all locked in, and you watch a white police officer choke out a black man for 10 freaking minutes with people telling him to stop, pleading with him to stop, including the victim. It really broke something with a lot of people. It just opened up a lot of eyes. And as tragic and horrific as that act was, it's making differences. Okay. Enough pontificating. Thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your likes and your shares and your comments and everything you do to help support my channel so we can get out to a wider range of viewers. To the new viewers of the channel, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.